is what happened. Round 5 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP in Portugal and Agada. MX2 race 1 under wet, rainy skies and a sodden racetrack. Liam Everts grabbed his first foxhole shot of the campaign. Just behind him was the 516 of Langenfelder, but as he grabbed tear-offs on the downside of that first descent, it was Elzinga who went through into second. In the background, Iago Martinez fell through the first turn. Towards the end of the opening lap, Thibaut Beneston struggling with goggle issues. That allowed this 96 of Koenen to go by, and the fast starting and high qualifying 489 of Jens Wolford. Lucas Koenen then fell trying to have a go at Langenfelder. This was on the opening lap. He was then down in 24th place. Elzinga stumbled momentarily out of second, handing that advantage to Langenfelder as Koenen fell again. And then Beneston struggling with the conditions as the championship leader, Kai de Wolf, came through. Meanwhile, Koenen going down again. This time he would go down to 18th and get back to 16th. Kai de Wolf got the better of the second of the Yamaha guys, Rick Elzinga, to move into third. The last few laps, though, a titanic tussle between the defending champion number 80, Adamo, and Thibaut Beneston as they were fighting over 5th place. Adamo momentarily had it, but then he couldn't quite get the drive over this uphill step, and with 2 laps to go, and then to the final lap, it was Beneston who went through, and then just to rub salt into the wounds, Adamo got tagged by a back marker, Braceras, as he tried to find his way through. Liam Everts, though, won race 1, his second career victory from Langenfelder and de Wolf. MX2 race 2, and a lot wetter, especially down the start straight. It was going to be survival of the fittest, and it was Elzinga who grabbed that foxhole shot, the first of the season for him, his second career foxhole shot. But by the time he came out of turn 2, Everts led the way. Langenfelder was to his outside, and up the inside, Håkan Osterhagen on the JM Honda moved into third at the bottom of the first hill. Around the outside of the 44, Elzinga. Adamo down on the first turn. But Langenfelder on a charge into second. It didn't last long, though, before the end of this first official lap. Coming out of the turn, inside line, he went down, immediately pointed to his collarbone. The German was out of the race, and for now, out of the points chase. Staying on 2 wheels somehow, Osterhagen whilst in second place, but eventually faded to 19th. In fact, he didn't finish the race as Lucas Koenen fell again. This time he would come home in 8th. His teammate Kai de Wolf didn't fare much better. He came through in 9th place. Everts on the final lap, though, he tipped over from the lead. Didn't cost him too much time. Adamo got the better of de Wolf. Adamo came home in 7th. Koenen was 8th, de Wolf 9th. Rick Elzinga came in for a goggle change with a couple of laps to go as well, just to ensure that second place. More issues for Lucas Koenen. It was just one of those days for some riders in MX2. In fact, in both classes today. This was de Wolf just running into trouble. Didn't cost him any time. He crossed the line in 9th, and he continues to lead the championship. But what a day for Liam Everts, winning the Ram qualifying race, both races back-to-back, and back-to-back Grand Prix victories, having won at round 4 in Trentino. His dad, Stefan Everts, won around here 4 times. Liam Everts picking up his first Grand Prix victory on this soil here in Agada, Portugal. Everts wins it then from Elzinga and Beneston, so the Red Bull KTM outing the 2 Monster Energy Yamahas. De Wolf now leads the championship by 30 points over Langenfelder, who failed to score. Everts 28 points behind, he's up to 3rd, 3 ahead of Beneston, and Lucas Koenen 4th in the championship. But for Liam Everts, his 5th podium, his 10th podium, and his 5th career win.
Yeah, pretty speechless. The only thing I had to say, like, I grew up riding the trial bike and in the woods, so it felt like home, you know. I love riding the trial bike, and I think today that really showed. So I had a lot of fun, and yeah, taking maximum points is super cool.
In MXGP race 1, Tim Geiser, who was victorious in the Ram qualifying race, made it to the foxhole shot line ahead of everybody else for the first time this season. Vever up the inside on the 3. green Kawasaki. Hurlings a couple of positions further back, but by the time Prado had ran wide and back into 5th place, Hurlings had moved from 4th to 3rd with a pass at the bottom of the hill on Paul Jonas on the 41. And then a couple of corners later into 2nd as he fired past the 3 of Fevre halfway round the lap. He surprised Geiser with a move for the lead as well. And then the rain really started to fall. The battle was on between these two at the head of the field. And on lap 4, Geiser thought he made it stick, but once again, Hurlings kept him at bay. The two giants of the sport, the two 5-time world champions, going at it as if it was a dry track. Meanwhile, Prado fell on lap 4 from 4th place. He came in for goggles and a fresh pair of gloves. He rejoined the race, but he would only finish 15th. This time around, after 3 attempts on the same part of the racetrack, Tim Geiser went around the outside and did not cut back this time, continued his run around the outside, took the lead from Hurlings on lap 7, and then a couple of laps later, Hurlings out of the race with a technical issue. That handed the 2nd place position to Romain Fevre. Hurlings couldn't believe it, nor too could the team. He walked back disconsolate and disgruntled. A big opportunity missed. Seawer out of the race, whilst in 8th, around about the halfway mark as well. Prado came in for another pit stop. Lost the position on the final lap to Tim Edberg in the process, but it was Tim Geiser with his 2nd win of the season, his 86th career race win from Paul Jonas, who took advantage of a mistake from Fevre on the final lap. That was your top 3, Geiser, Jonas and Fevre. As a result of his win and Prado finishing 15th, Geiser headed into race 2 as a new championship leader, but he went down at turn 1, got clipped by Fevre on the way through, almost got nailed by Isaac Gifton as well. Paul Jonas spun up on the gate coming out of the drop, but he was quickly up in the 2nd position. Prado ran wide there, dropped back to 4th, and at the bottom of the 1st hill, guess what? Prado, he fell. So both the top 2 in the championship with a lot of work to do. Hurlings led, Jonas was there in 2nd, Fevre was in 3rd, Prado slowly picked himself up and rejoined the race. Jeremy Seawer had issues, but he was always in 5th position right from the very first lap on that Kawasaki. Ben Watson got caught by Prado on his way through. This was for 11th place. A couple of laps later, Watson would go out of the race. Fevre then, just after the halfway point, had problems in 3rd. That was the 17 of Cornelius Tondel going past him. Meanwhile, Geiser running into issues every step of the way. No fender, seat was coming loose. He did stick at it though, found his way past the 10 of Verlandren on his way to an eventual 10th place. Verlandren did get the better of him though with a couple of laps to go. Fevre thought he found his way past Cornelius Tondel, but the stubborn Norwegian rider found his way right back. He maintained that 3rd place ahead of Fevre and Seawer. Hurlings crossed the line for his first race win of the season, his 195th career race win. It wouldn't get him on the podium though after that DNF in race 1. Paul Jonas, who went 2-2, crossed the line in 2nd place, and it was the standing construct Honda's first ever Grand Prix win in MXGP, 6 years after he last won in MX2 at the round of Matterley Basin, Great Britain. Tondel hanging on for 3rd. Your podium then this weekend, Jonas winning with 2 2nd place finishes, Fevre 2nd with a 3-4, Geiser with a 1-10, Bogus rounding out there in 4th place as well. Geiser now leads a championship. He came from 13 points down to lead by 14. He's the new leader. Prado 2nd, Fevre 18 back, Hurlings 22 behind the Frenchman, and Jonas 6 further behind him. But it was all about Paul Jonas today. He was victorious on the top step. But even bigger than that, the red plate has changed hands. It's now in the hands of Tim Geiser and Team HRC.
Yeah, it's like this year overall, the main goal was to be consistent, enjoy the riding, enjoy the racing, and we worked really hard in the winter time and off season. Me and the team improved a lot from the last year, and it's paying off. You can see the results, and now it's also the main goal, stay consistent. And I really enjoyed the mud today, and I have to give massive shout out to all the team, all the supporters, and yeah, my wife at home. I'm looking forward to go home.